all so excited to see this beautiful dog house here donated by Playworks. Thank you so much. And of course, thank you to everyone. Sheriff Joe, I believe, is out there in the crowd. Can everyone give him a round of applause? I mean, how blessed are we to have a sheriff that loves animals as much as him? Like, we love him, all of us. So thank you so much for being here and fighting this case, and we are just hoping for justice and new laws to protect animals so something like this doesn't happen again, and people can, you know, it's so tough to go through this, and would never want anyone to lose an animal that they love just like this. So thank you, everyone, and yeah, you guys are just amazing. And this is David. So we lost our 2 golden retrievers, Sherman and Parker. And here's David.
So we also just had an unexpected note presented to us by, we'll just, I guess, call it the unknown note, by a supporter of this cause, and she's going to read it for you. She lost her dog as well.
Yes, but I did not write this. Tammy Bowes wrote this, and for all the beautiful dogs and their wonderful families, and thanks to all of you for your support. In God's arms, now in His arms you will be, up in heaven to be set free, free to run the meadows grand, for all the while this was His plan. For He loves animals so more than you'll ever know, each one He calls by name, for none of them are the same. So, old friend, this is not the end until we meet again, where paradise lies behind the starry skies.
Thank you so much for that note. What was her name again? Thank you so much, Tammy. We really appreciate it. As some of you out there know, and some of you don't know, my family, we're Christian, and we believe in something called faith. A long time ago, someone asked me the question whether or not I believe in faith, and what I told her was I didn't know what faith meant. I didn't know. I had no idea. And I don't want to stand up here as someone that's going to preach to you, but the only thing I want to do is I want to focus on faith for a minute. You know, faith, whether it's the words written in the Bible are one thing, but faith pertains to everything. It's something that we have to trust. You know, faith is something that we believe in. It's something that you know, we're certain of things that we don't see. And one thing that we want to focus on is everyone here, this is a celebration of faith. It's a celebration of our animals, our brothers and sisters, our friends and our family. And not only all of you out there, but everyone around this country right now, and people from all over the world have been so extremely supportive of this cause. And one thing that we want to focus on is not to forget that faith is in play here, that this event happened for a reason. You know, we're all here to celebrate our dogs, but let's remember that this happened for a reason. There's a purpose behind what happened. You know, there's a reason why all of our families are up here right now. There's a purpose behind the fact that all of our dogs were at Green Acres. You know, if all of our dogs weren't in that facility, and all of these dog owners weren't up here right now, all of you may not be out here right now. We were brought together for a purpose and for a reason, and that purpose is for justice to be served, and for sheriff's office and legislators around the country to put laws in place to make sure that this never happens again. And if it does, people are held accountable to the highest standard that we expect as citizens of the United States and citizens of all over the country. And so with that, I just want us to focus on faith. You know, one thing that we've done since we've been mourning is we've already rescued many dogs. A lot of us up here have already rescued dogs from being euthanized. So if this hadn't have happened, would those dogs have been rescued? Probably not. The 2 golden mixes that we rescued, their names are Cooper and Parker, they were to be euthanized the following day. If this event hadn't happened, they would have been euthanized. There was a purpose behind this. And so with that, let's celebrate the lives of our dogs that were lost. Let's also celebrate the lives of the dogs that we're able to rescue. Let's celebrate our friends and our family all over the country, all of you out there, and let's make this about them. Let's make this about the dogs. Let's make this about faith, and this happened for a reason. This happened for a purpose, so that moving forward we have an understanding why this may have happened. And so let's make this a celebration of our dogs. Let's make this a celebration of all these families bonding together and making sure that this ever happens again, people are going to be held accountable, and that this will never happen again. Thank you so much for all that you guys have done.
There is nowhere a family could have done anything without the support of the community. We appreciate everybody's time, prayer, and efforts. Remy and Valor and the rest of the Gilbert 23 would be so proud of everyone's support. God bless and thank you. We love you all.
I want to thank the owner of the house for allowing all of you on his property and for allowing this to happen. I want to thank all of you for coming here. That's very important. I have said constantly that the power of the people can move mountains. So you're important for the future. Keep fighting. Send a message out to all the people, the politicians, that we have to do something about animal cruelty. I'm in a little difficult position, I think. I usually stay away from lawyers and do my thing. If you listen to lawyers, I probably wouldn't even be standing here. But I think it's important for your sheriff to be here, even though we're conducting a very intensive investigation over there. I think my reputation shows that I don't put up with animal cruelty. I go sometimes the extra yard, and also, I know there's been a few rumors that I won't do things just because who some of the people are, but that's not true, and I want you to know that. There's been a little controversy that we arrested a guy 2 days ago for abusing a dog. We put him in pink handcuffs and threw him in jail. But people say, well, how come you don't arrest these people? Well, we don't do that. Even this dog that we finalized the investigation, for weeks we were looking to see if he was poisoned. We took him down to the University of Arizona. So you have to get the proof, and it takes time. You can't do it overnight. So please have confidence with my office. We're going to get to the bottom of this, I guarantee you, one way or the other. So there's no results yet. We're still pursuing this. And we even left the state to pursue it. So if we have to go to any place in the world, we'll do it to get this thing resolved. So my condolences go out to you. I know how you feel. It's really sad. I know how you feel. And by the way, you're not alone. I guarantee the majority of people in this country are with you when they lose their pets. So once again, I want to thank all of you for your cooperation, all of the owners here. And all I can tell you, we're going to keep going. We're going to get to the bottom of it. And it's a sad day. 23 dogs that have died under strange situation. So we're with you, and not much more I can say. I do have a heart regardless of people say. So I have my own emotions, but I have to set aside my emotions to make sure I do the job as a law enforcement official. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming out. I'm State Representative Kelly Townsend, and I represent LD 16, which is just east of Power. And obviously this didn't happen in my district, but close enough, it doesn't matter where in Arizona it happened. One of the things that makes Arizona great is that we can attract businesses because we have low regulations. You know, we don't want to over-regulate businesses and that type of thing. But another function of government is to protect people and protect animals. And in a situation like this, this warrants looking into this and proposing legislation now going forward next year to make that change, to protect, you know, for the sake of the 5 that still lived, correct? It was 5, it was 28 total, you said? And for those that we lost. And for all those in the future and all those in the past that have suffered here in this state. And I can't promise you that that would be signed by our next governor, but I would tell you that that's important. We keep that in mind as we go through these elections of who we're electing and people. These things are important. So I can tell you that this is important to me. And I'd like to see, whether I'm in or not, I will help push this forward for your sakes and for the sake of the dogs. So I just want to thank you again for coming out and sending the message next door that the community won't tolerate this kind of behavior. So keep it up, and God bless you guys.
Chloe and Calvin are going to come up. They lost their beautiful boxer, Carmen.
All right, guys, let's give a round of applause. Let's make some noise and celebrate our dogs. Let's go. Let's keep the energy up. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! 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 0. 0. We love our dogs. That's awesome. Oh, okay, all the families, let's go look at the memorial. That's so awesome. It actually reminds me of Disneyland.